Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is gonna be a full review, breakdown, and demo of the new Marc Jacobs Shameless Foundation, the Youthful Look 24-Hour Foundation with SPF 25. So today I'm gonna be talking to you all about this foundation, and I have so many things to say. The first time I put this foundation on, it was Valentine's Day. John was taking me to Harry Potter land. I was really excited. I was like, oh, this is a perfect day to try out a new like medium coverage foundation, right? And I started putting it on my face, and literally like when I looked in the mirror, I was like, this is the ugliest thing I've ever put on my face in my entire life, okay? Yes, it sounds a little dramatic, but it's true. I honestly thought, how could something make my skin look so bad? This was really what was going through my head, and it was one of those moments where we were getting ready to leave, and it was like, okay, I either have to just power through and kind of wear this throughout the day, or I have to wipe it off and I can only wear concealer today. It was one of those moments, and I was like, you know what? Color was so good. I was like, I gotta figure something out here. So this one came with this brush. This is the Seamless brush. It looks like this. Come on, man. And when I first saw it, I was like, really? I was actually kind of surprised that this was the recommended way to use it. But I did try it on myself, and I don't know, I saw brush strokes in it. It didn't give me just the finish that I wanted. And so I really, truly did not like it with this brush at all. So I ended up using this brush with it. This is the Real Techniques buffing brush, and this is what I have been using. I told you that when I first put it on my face, I hated it. I was like, oh my God, it's Valentine's Day. John's not gonna love me anymore when he sees my face because it looks so bad. But I decided to stick with it, and I kind of like rebuffed it with this brush and then applied more product with this brush. Now, at the time, it was really clinging to a lot of my drier areas. It made my skin look way drier than it actually was, and I was just kind of confused, like, why are you doing this to me right now? What did I ever do to you? Why today? What's going on? I'm going to Harry Potter land. Stop trying to ruin my life. And then what I did, which was a huge game changer for me, was after I did my concealer, I did heavy dosage of Fix Plus, and once I did that, I couldn't believe how great it looked on my skin. I know that sounds really weird that just a spray would have that much of an impact, but it did. I feel like it kind of made everything melt into my skin. And since Valentine's Day, I've been wearing this foundation a lot. Today's the 20th now. I really like this foundation. This is a great everyday foundation that gives me some coverage, gives my skin a little bit of life. It says it has a natural finish. I agree with that once I do the Fix Plus, but it kind of goes on like a matte foundation, which is a little bit weird. Like when you first put it on, you know, I investigate deep into my face, and I just thought it kind of had like a matte looking texture to it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how I apply this foundation and how I make it work for me. It's definitely one of the most interesting foundations that I've tried. It just applies different than other foundations. It has like a different vibe altogether. That's why I felt like when I put it on, even though I hated it, there was something about it that I liked enough to wear it throughout the whole day and then to keep wearing it consistently throughout the rest of the week. The shade that I'm gonna be using for the Shameless Foundation is Light Y270. They had this really helpful book. Y270 is light with golden undertones. This one, I feel like the undertone doesn't overpower the product, which is something I really liked about it. So first of all, the packaging. I wish all foundations were in this package, even though it does feel like a lot less product. Like this feels like less product to me than this, but it's just a lot less packaging. So this is 1.08 ounces and this is 1 ounce. So it's almost the same thing, but I like the fact that this is squeezy tube. It's like a little toothpaste bottle. This is shade Y270. This is how much product I start with. When I'm doing my foundation, I do spot conceal before I put on foundation. A lot of people do it the other way around, where they do foundation first and then they spot conceal. I don't know why, I just do it the other way, and then if I need to, Turbo, are you comfortable? For today's demo, I'm not gonna spot conceal. I do have red areas on my face. I'm just gonna show you guys how this product covers. It says it's a medium coverage, but I feel like it's more of a light to medium. If you don't have anything you need to cover, it's gonna be fine, but if you have stuff you wanna cover, you're gonna be like, wait a second, what? I'm just gonna go ahead and get started here.
Do it, dog.
Girl! And it does dry quick. So I do like one section of my face at a time. You know, I'll do this area, chin, mouth, and then forehead. But here is how it looks. And the directions of the foundation are to do one thin layer first and then go in where you want more coverage. So that was the way that I did it the first time I did it. Here is what one layer looks like. Now, I have more stuff that I need to cover on this side of my face, so for me, this was not enough coverage. It's funny because when I look at this, when I do like the first layer on my face, like even right now, I don't like the way it looks on my skin. But it's not until that I do the concealer and then I do the Fix Plus step where it really melts into the skin, and I think it looks so much better. I don't know, to me, I feel like if you have really dry skin, I don't think this is gonna look good because I feel like it can highlight texture. John asked, is it normal to have to modify a foundation so much to like it? John, this is exactly what I thought the first time I did it. I wanted to find a lighter coverage foundation with a color that I really liked and with a finish that I really liked. So that's why I really wanted to make this one work. So with this product, I swirl, but I also do a lot of stippling. This foundation will show brush strokes more than other products. This is the foundation with one thin layer. I don't really have anything on this side of my face that needed additional coverage at the moment. Over here, I have some dryness, some situations happening, so you can see it is drier down here. Look at that. And then around the nose area, I just stipple it on. So now I'm gonna add concealer and spot conceal the areas that I would normally spot conceal under, but I just wanted to show you guys what it looked like with just the foundation. And now I'm gonna go in and add a second layer of foundation to the areas that I would want more coverage. So I just do a little bit here on the cheeks, kind of stipple it in on top instead of buffing. Just because the foundation does dry so quickly, if you rebuff areas that have already kind of dried, it does something interesting. Okay, so this is what it looks like. When I look at it on camera, it looks good. I personally see some drier, a little bit drier looking areas and maybe a little bit of texture, but I swear when I do the Fix Plus, like something changes. I don't know what it is. Now I'm gonna conceal my under eyes. And then in this area, I stipple again with a brush. This one's from ColourPop, the Small Fluff. To buff out concealer, I do use a beauty blender for this part. You know what I haven't used in a long time is my Pro Glow. I kind of retired that one because I was using it so much that I was like, okay, girl, try something else. But I think I need to bring it out of retirement for a little bit. Then I just take some of the excess concealer and tap it right here. All right, now I'm going to lightly bake the inner corners, as I do with my beauty blender. This is RCMA powder. I'm just gonna tap a little bit of setting powder in here, not a ton. Powder has kind of been my enemy lately, so less is more to me these days. And then I just lightly dust it off. There's no product on this brush. I'm just kind of dusting it off. And now this is the part, I don't know why, but everything just kind of melts together. So this is just regular MAC Fix Plus. All right, and here it is after the Fix Plus set into the skin. I feel like it just kind of melted everything together, and now the foundation, instead of looking like it's sitting on my skin, I feel like it kind of is my skin. And I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the complexion. I'm gonna use a liquid blush. You can totally use a powder blush. I've done both, they both work. This is the NARS liquid blush in the shade Luster. This is Fuego. Sometimes I use liquid highlighters, sometimes I don't. You never know, you know? And I think I'm gonna go over my blush just to make it a little bit more dewy with the Natural Glow. This one, to me, it's like a topper. It's not really a blush. I've really been loving the NARS blushes lately. It's funny because I've had them for a while, but I'm just now using them a lot. All right, then I'm just gonna finish it off with Fuego on the nose. You know how we do. See, once I have it all on, I literally am like, wow, this looks really good. Let's do a little more Fix Plus. All right, and throughout the day, I feel like this foundation looks good all day long. I remember the first day that I wore it, I was honestly concerned when I left the house. Like, I don't know how this is gonna wear throughout the day. I'm gonna be gone all day. If I really hate it, I'm just gonna have to take my whole face off. But I remember throughout the day at Harry Potter Land, if I ever, saw a mirror, I was like, damn, that looks pretty good still. I do get more oily in my T-zone, so you can always add a little bit of powder there. The Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish powder, shade number 2, is what I keep in my purse all the time with a fluffy brush. So you can just take some of this and, areas that you're just like, you know what? Let me not mess with this right here for me. I just wanna know how my areas that are so oily are also so dry. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup, my under eyes, and my lip color, and I will get back to you. So that wraps up my review for this foundation. I personally like this. I hated it at first, but the more that I kind of figured out how it works best, I feel like I made it really work for my skin. I rarely have a change of opinion like that in a foundation. Normally, if I hate it, I hate it. So I would recommend giving this a try if you're looking for a good daily foundation, a little bit less coverage, something that looks more natural. Maybe you're looking for like an everyday wear to work foundation. It is more expensive. I would recommend getting a sample if you can. I would get a healthy sample, make sure they fill it up a little bit extra, okay? Because like to me, I feel like I use more product than I do in other foundations. So that's my 2 cents on this product. I think this is one of those ones where either you love it or you hate it. I just happen to go through both phases of that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below if you've tried this product before or if you plan to. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and thank you so much for watching.